Are you ready to uncover the secrets of your mind? Get ready to dive deep into the hidden workings of your brain and discover the truth about how your mind really works. What you're about to learn could change everything. So stay curious, ask questions, and get ready to explore the fascinating world that lies within. Your brain doesn't want you to be happy. It wants you to survive. That's why you focus more on threats than blessings. It's not negativity, it's biology. But you can train it to look for hope, gratitude, and progress. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as you are. Your beliefs, emotions, and experiences shape how you perceive everything. Two people can look at the same event and walk away with completely different realities. Multitasking is a myth. Your brain can't focus on two tasks at once. It switches rapidly, and every switch comes at a cost. That's why multitasking leads to more mistakes, more stress, and less productivity. Your mind is wired to seek comfort, not growth. It craves routine, predictability, and safety. That's why new challenges feel scary. Even when they're good for you, growth begins where comfort ends. Your thoughts aren't facts, they're suggestions. But most people believe every thought their brain throws at them. Learning to question your thoughts is how you take back control. Memories aren't records, they're stories. Each time you recall a memory, your brain edits and rewrites it slightly. Over time, your past becomes less of what happened and more of what you believe happened. You can literally rewire your brain. This isn't motivation, it's science. Through neuroplasticity, your thoughts, habits, and actions can physically reshape the neural pathways in your brain. You're not stuck, you're adaptable. The mind can't tell the difference between real and vividly imagined. When you visualize success in detail, your brain activates the same regions as if it were actually happening. That's why elite athletes, performers, and leaders practice mental rehearsal. It works. Fear is contagious. If you're around anxious, fearful people, your brain mirrors their state through a process called emotional contagion. Surround yourself with courage, and your brain learns to follow suit. Your brain is lazy on purpose. It loves shortcuts. This is how habits are formed. It takes energy to think consciously, so your mind creates automatic loops. Break the wrong ones, and you can transform your life. You overestimate how much people think about you. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to notice your mistakes. This is called the spotlight effect, and knowing it can free you from unnecessary self-doubt. Your brain rewards you for worrying. Worry feels productive because it activates areas involved in problem solving. But worrying without action is a mental trap. Replace worry with a plan or let it go. You remember emotional experiences more than neutral ones. The stronger the feeling, the deeper the memory. That's why childhood pain, embarrassment, or trauma lingers. It made a deep imprint on your emotional brain. Your identity is flexible. The story you tell yourself about who you are isn't fixed. It's chosen. Every day, you can rewrite it. Change the story, and you change the outcome. And here's a powerful one. You're not your thoughts. You're the observer behind them. That voice in your head, it's not you. It's just one version of you, shaped by past experiences, fears, and conditioning. But the moment you realize you can watch your thoughts without obeying them, you unlock real freedom. Let's go deeper. Your brain is addicted to dopamine, the reward chemical. Every notification, like or ping, gives you a hit. But constant dopamine means your baseline joy drops. That's why real happiness comes from things like purpose, connection, and progress, not quick digital fixes. Your brain believes repetition equals truth. Hear something enough times and it becomes your belief, even if it's a lie. That's how marketing, propaganda, and self-doubt work. Be careful what you repeat to yourself. Stress shrinks your brain. Prolonged stress can reduce the size of your hippocampus, the part responsible for learning and memory. But rest, mindfulness, and movement can restore it. Recovery isn't a luxury, it's essential. Your subconscious is always listening. Even when you're not aware, that's why affirmations, background content, and the words you speak about yourself matter more than you think. Most of your decisions are made before you even realize it. By the time you're aware of a choice, your brain has already made it milliseconds earlier. But don't worry, you can still shape those instincts by training your unconscious. Laughter rewrites the mind. It reduces cortisol, increases endorphins, and improves memory. When you laugh, you learn better. That's why joy is not just emotional, it's neurological. You remember beginnings and endings more than the middle. This is called the serial position effect. If you want to make an impact, focus on how you start and how you finish. Your willpower is like a battery. It drains throughout the day. That's why making key decisions early in the morning works better. Structure your environment so good choices require less effort, not more. Now, share your thoughts. Which of these truths surprised you the most? What will you apply to your life starting today? Drop your insights in the comments below.